Howdy again, internet people. Country Marro here. Same day, basically 5 to 10 minutes after doing the tomatoes outside. This cabbage that you guys saw me broke, I'm going to take it in the kitchen now to prepare it, because homesteading is more than just, or gardening is more than just being in the garden. So I'm going to show you guys how I prepare, or one of the ways in which I prepare cabbage. So today I'm going to do, let's call it a Jamaican favorite, cabbage with corned beef and rice. So we have the cabbage here. I'm just going to peel off a few of the outer leaves. You can realize it's still messy inside there. So we just have to wash it. And as we go along, these are going to go to the chicken. So let's just rest them over there. And I'm just going to cut my cabbage in half. Just like this, and then quarters. Two reasons for this. First reason, I'm going to wash this into some salt water now. Second reason is to get proper slices to cook my cabbages. So I'm just going to go in with some water. A little salt. And then I'm not going to aggressively wash the cabbages. I'm just going to put it in the salt water and move it around, just in case there's any insect on it. That will get rid of them. Okay, so I come here, I just rinse this off like how I had the cabbage on it. So for these pieces, let me take you guys in a bit closer. Okay, for these quarters that I have here now, you can either turn it up, cut it down like this, or you can face down. I prefer it face down because the cabbage can't slip and then the knife maybe cut me accidentally. So I go in and I make just some small shredding. If you have a cabbage shredder, you can go ahead and do that, or sometimes I can use it on the back part of the grater, which is meant for this, but I'm just showing you guys this way this time. So I just go in, like this part of the cabbage, I do away with it, I don't keep it, so we'll just continue and cut up everything like that. So I'll come back to you guys after I'm finished cutting up. So there you go, I'm already done cutting up the cabbage. So I'm going to go ahead now and I'm going to dice one whole onion very fine. I used to hate onion in cabbage growing up because I don't know if I've ever said this on the internet before, but growing up my grandaunt was the chef in the house for a long period, and she used to cut the onion rings big because she was a lover of onion. However, I was a child, didn't like the taste of onion, and I'm telling you guys, on Saturdays it was a family get together to get me to eat cabbage because it had onion in it. Maybe about 4 adults would have been over me with a belt. Grandfather, grandaunt, my uncle, anybody else who was in the house at the time, because they were telling you to, you know, eat up your veggies. But then I just didn't like the onion in it, and trust me, I would sit over that thing for a while. But then to bribe me sometime, my grandfather used to promise me like a Pepsi. Because back then, Pepsi was the thing for children. And I used to love Pepsi, so I used to force and eat it some of the time. And if that promise didn't come true, you know the next time when cabbage would have been done in the house, it's another family field day to get me to eat it. So now we're done dicing our onions. I'm going to show you guys how I go about doing the onion with the cabbage to enjoy it and not getting those childhood memories. I don't cook it with the cabbage. I do it with the corned beef, then add it to the cabbage. So let me take you guys along. So here we have a pot that I'm starting to get heated. Hasn't heated up as yet, but normally you would go in with your butter at this stage. However, I'm going in with olive oil because I'm not a butter fan guy anymore these days. So we're just going to wait now for this oil to heat up, and then I'll show you how we go ahead and add the cabbage and get it to cook down. So now that oil has heat up, I don't want it to be too hot. I'm just going in with the cabbage right now. Whew. It's a bit hot, man. But sometime when it caramelizes a little bit, you get that nice taste, so nothing is wrong. So we just go in. It will also shrink, so you can pull your pot up to the brim if you want to. But this is just my way. I'm sharing with you guys. And guys, I'm very lazy, so when I'm cooking, I just clean up as I go along, because I don't like to see dirty plates and stuff piled up. Turns me off. Alright, so this, I'm not going to stir it anymore. I'm just going to put the stove on low, and I'm just going to cover her down a little bit for about 2 minutes or so until it sits, and then I'll come back in and season this pot. So the cabbage has sit a little. It hasn't fall as yet too much, but I'm just going to go in with a little black pepper, just to what you like. I have some of this complete seasoning. I'm just going to go in with it, so it's like an all-purpose. It's not a whole lot, even though you see me shaking like that. So just going in, and a bit of garlic powder. And you can season this to your liking, but this is what I put in my cabbage when I'm doing it. Normally, in my culture, the Jamaican way, we'll go in with some butter, but I'm not going in with any butter in my cabbage today. Or maybe I should for this video purpose. Alright, so after we get it mixed in, it doesn't have to be fully incorporated, because when it falls a bit more, as in cook down a bit more, then we can mix it some more. So we're just going to watch this now on low heat and leave it there for about 4 to 5 minutes. So guys, The cabbage is still cooking. I'm going to leave it for 4 to 5 minutes. It doesn't take long to cook. But in the meantime, I'm going in with some onions, tomatoes, and a Scotch bonnet pepper for the corned beef. I'm going to go in with the onions first. I'm not going to put the tomato in it as yet because the tomato tends to spring water. So I'm just going in, frying these off. Maybe I need a little more oil. Let me go ahead and just put that amount of oil. And when you fry off your tomato, onions, give it a better flavor to me. And check on these. Alright, so this cabbage, guys, this cabbage is done. Even if you have some crunchy pieces in it, by the time you cover it and leave it, everything will be done. And that is how I love my veggies. So that cabbage is done. I'm not going to cover it fully like that. Hence it's going to spring a lot of water. I'm going to just leave it half mass or half covered. Now that the onions are getting caramelized, I'm just going to go in now, this time for the tomato and the pepper. Also, there's a corned beef trick. This is the time you go in with your ketchup, not after the corned beef is in the pot. Now is when you go in with your ketchup and get that flavor. Some people also put the black pepper on the corned beef. This is the time when I go in with everything. So here, I'm going to go in with a bit of black pepper also. And even though the Scotch bonnet pepper is in it, the Scotch bonnet pepper and the black pepper have two different flavors. I'm just going to turn this down now, and I'm going to get my corned beef. So I'm just going to wash my corned beef. Ensure you either wash or you wipe the tin properly. And then now you can go in with your corned beef. Don't know if any other Caribbean island call it bully beef, but corned beef in Jamaica we also call it bully beef. So there we're in with our corned beef, and we're just going to mash it down. Get everything together now because the corned beef is already cooked. It is pre-cooked. It's just to get that seasoning and the flavor the way we like it. So we're just going to get everything in, mix it in. At this point, guys, if you want, you can do away with your flame. You can shut the stove down if you want at this point because this is ready. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to turn it off, and I'm just going to clean up because I made a mess and get back to you guys. Okay, so we're back. Clean up the stove. So cabbage, we're just going to go in with the corned beef now. You can serve it on the side if you want. I'm just going to mix it in. And guys, there you go. Cabbage and corned beef ready to be eaten with some rice. So that's it everyone. We harvested a cabbage this morning. I show you guys how I prepare cabbage my way, or I can say the almost Jamaican way, because we have different ways in which we prepare cabbage, but this would suffice basically for any way that we do it in our culture. I'm just sharing something with you guys now. So continue to watch the Country Marro YouTube channel. I'll continue to share what I know with you guys, and what I don't know, I'll let you guys know that I don't know it. So if you ask me a question and I don't know, I'll reply honestly and let you guys know that I don't know. So God bless you all. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Cheers.